right, so we're on page 73, Understanding Integers in your TABE Success book, and let's go. So integers are positive numbers, or zero, or negative numbers. Now positive numbers, that's easy to understand. All you gotta do is take out your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Easy, right? Positive numbers are the numbers that you use all the time. 0, also not bad. Think of nothing. If I'm holding my hand like this, how many fingers do I have up? None. Okay. Negative numbers is a little more abstract. When would we have not no hands up, but I'm sorry, no fingers up, but less than 0? So let's talk about where that can come up. Great example, temperature. Here I have a couple thermometers, and if you look, you can see I've got 0 degrees. Now in the Celsius scale, that's when water freezes, okay? Now, if you've ever lived in a really cold place, you know that the temperature can actually drop below 0. So it could be 10 below 0 or 20 below 0. On a Fahrenheit scale, freezing point of water is about 32 degrees, but again, you can get below 0 if you live in places like Wisconsin, for example. That's a classic one. You're always seeing in Green Bay when the Packers are playing. Sometimes the temperature is really low. Sometimes it's even below 0. Another great example for below 0 or negative numbers. Let's say you have $500 in your bank account, and you write a check for $600. Oh my! Now we got a little bit of a problem here because you only have $500 in the bank. You wrote a check for $600. What's going to happen is the bank is going to say you're at negative 100. You need to make a deposit to get your bank balance up to 0, and probably want to put more in to get it back up, into positive territory. So let's talk about what you have to do for the page you're working on. They show you a number line, and the reason they show you that number line is because they want you to work with these three guys: greater than, less than, equal to. And they'll give you two numbers, and you're supposed to determine from left to right, is the number greater than, less than, or equal to. Equal to is easy. Number's going to be the same. 4 is equal to 4. 5 is equal to 5. 6 is equal to 6. 0.1 is equal to 0.1. That's not valid. Greater than. 5 is greater than 4. 10 is greater than 1. 6.1 is greater than 6. Notice that if you're trying to remember, the wide end goes in the bigger number and the pointy end goes in the smaller number. Okay? Now, if it's like this, let's go 4. 4 is less than 10. 5 is less than 12. Now, it's relatively simple thing to do. There's really only one spot where it gets a little confusing, so let's talk about that. Negative 5 is greater than negative 10. Now, you might ask yourself, well, how could that be? Because 5 is a smaller number than 10. Here's the deal. Where would you rather be? Would you rather be $5 in debt, or would you rather be $10 in debt? It's better to only be $5 in debt to somebody than to owe them $10. So negative 5 is greater than negative 10. Another easy way to think about it, use your number line, and if you have two spots on your number line, let's say negative 1 and negative 7, the one that's to the furthest left, this is the smaller one. Okay? Now that flips on this side. Remember, if you have 2 points over here, that the one to the right is the bigger one. No, I guess it really doesn't, does it? That's interesting. Notice that even on this side, if you're on the left, you are smaller. Okay, so that's cool. So if you get stuck, think of your number line and think who'd be on the left-hand side. That'd be the smaller one. So negative 7 is less than negative 1, and 2 is less than 6. So you're off to the races on page, what's that page number again? Yes, page 73. So you have a few problems to do on page 73. Good luck.